So I'm going to show you how to change the oil on your 2007 Mini Cooper. This is the regular Mini Cooper, the 1.6 liter, not the S. Per the instructions, I am using synthetic motor oil, 5W30. Actually going to use Mobile 1. So you know before we get started, this is where your oil filter is, and we'll work on removing that as part of this. Okay, I've got my Mini up on jacks because you need that in order to actually get to the oil plug. And this one has a hex screw. So you're going to have to use that in order to get it off. And actually what you need is a 5/16 hex screw. Okay, so I've got my hex wrench. And I am already pre-loosened this a little bit, and you can see the oil is going to come right on out of there. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. Oh, what a mess. Okay. That'll be nice because it's going to come right on down. And there we go. So just let that baby drain for a few minutes. And so you know, this is on the passenger side, that being pretty much dead center. So this is on the passenger side, right under the front of the bonnet. Okay, now this guy's drained out pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and put back in the oil plug. Tighten it in, and then I will tighten it up with my hex screw. Tighten it up, and then you should be good to... Okay, the next piece of this is to take out the oil filter. And to do that, you've got the housing right here that you need to take off. And I'm using a 1 1/8 inch socket. You could also use 27 millimeter. So let's get this taken off. There we go. Alright, and then let's loosen this bit. Okay, and once you got this all the way hand loosened, we're going to pull it straight up, and there is the filter. You can see the oil in there. Make sure you get your drip pan underneath, which I do. And then we'll take this guy and empty him into our oil pan. So once you got the oil filter out, you want to get your new filter. I'm using a Napa 7512. See in the back, it comes with a new O-ring and a new filter. So we'll take the old filter out, and it may be snug in there, so you gotta pry it out a little bit. And the O-ring that came with it is actually to replace what's around the filter canister there. So we're gonna work on getting that taken. The best way to do it is just with a screwdriver. Get in there, and let's see if we can pry that back. Pardon my camera look. Yep. So we got the old one off. We're going to take the new one, just slide it right over, snug on. Okay, got the new O-ring on. I'm going to take my new filter, make sure it's in there nice and snug. And you hear that pop. So now we know we're good. Now with the new filter, I'm just going to put it right here where the old one was and screw that baby right back on. Okay, the next piece is actually putting the oil back in. What I'm using is Mobile 1 5W30 synthetic. Arguably this is the lowest grade of the synthetic, but I plan on changing my oil more frequently, so hopefully that won't be an issue. So then once I've got my 4 quarts in, I'm going to seal this boy back up, start it up, check for leaks, and then reset the service light. So the last thing you need to do is reset the indicator light for when your next oil change is due. The way you do that is press start, then wait for the lights to go out on the dash, and then right when they go out, you want to press both the left and the right buttons on the tachometer at the same time. Then the car is going to go through a dash light check. So let's try that out. Alright, start it up. That's still on. Okay. Holding left and right. Still have the left and right buttons held. And then here we go. When the time shows up again, we're going to lower the right button. Alright, let go for a second, and then hit it again. Still holding. Up, I may have missed the last one. Okay. So it's going through its check. Alright. And then let up on the right, push the right back down again. There we go. Okay, when we get to this, using the left stock, we're going to scroll through, and there it shows our oil change. Hold down on the BC button, and it shows that we're going to reset. Oh, let's go back through. Hold down. I've already reset it, but I'm holding it down again. If I hadn't already reset it, it would let you scroll through to change the mileage for when you're, or how many miles until your next one. I've just arbitrarily put 22,000 because I'm going to keep track of when I need to change my oil again. And I'll do it about every 5,000 miles. So that's my version of changing the oil on your 2007 Mini.